Hello guys, it's Butterfree and today we'll be discussing why butterflies symbolize death in some cultures. Butterflies are usually seen as symbols of beauty, of rebirth, of hope. But in many cultures, butterflies don't represent life at all. They represent death. Not in a violent way, not as something evil, but as a sign that a soul has crossed a threshold. Tonight we're talking about why butterflies have been linked to death, the afterlife, and spirits long before they became symbols of positivity. Death doesn't always mean the end. In many ancient cultures, death wasn't seen as full stop. It was a transition, a shedding, a leaving behind of one form for another. Butterflies fit this idea perfectly. They begin as something grounded, something that crawls, eats, survives. Then they disappear into isolation, and what comes out no longer resembles what went in. To cultures that believe the soul changed after death, the butterfly wasn't comforting, it was accurate. Butterflies as souls of the dead. Across the world, butterflies have been seen as carriers of souls. In parts of Mexico, butterflies, especially monarch butterflies, are believed to represent the returning spirits of the dead during Dia de las Muertes. In Japan, a butterfly entering the home was thought to be a spirit of a loved one visiting. In some European folk traditions, a butterfly hovering near a dying person meant the soul was preparing to leave. These beliefs were not fear-based, they were relational. The butterfly wasn't death itself, it was the messenger. Black butterflies and omens. In parts of Latin America, the Philippines, and Eastern Europe, black or dark-colored butterflies were considered omens of death. Seeing one near your home could mean illness, loss, or a coming transition. But again, this wasn't about punishment. Dark butterflies symbolized the unknown, the unseen. Death wasn't romanticized, but it was acknowledged. Why the symbol stuck? Butterflies were one of the few natural creatures that visibly mirrored what humans feared most: loss of the body, change without consent, isolation before the transformation. Inside the cocoon, the caterpillar doesn't just sleep. Its body breaks down. To ancient observers, this looked like death. What emerged after was something else entirely. That's not rebirth. That's survival after destruction. Death symbolism versus modern aesthetic. Modern culture softened the butterfly, returned it in motivation, self-help, and positivity. But older cultures didn't rush past the pain. They understood that transformation requires loss, that becoming something new means something else must end. Butterflies symbolized death not because they were sad, but because they were honest. So when you see a butterfly linked to death, it's not a warning, it's a reminder that nothing changes without disappearing first, that the soul, like the butterfly, was never meant to stay in one form forever, and that death in many cultures was simply another migration.